This is Tarron with Twist and Mesquite Performance Horses. We are on a mission to create a world-class 2-year-old program that specializes in the rein cow horse. Today we are doing a video with Cinco. This is her 14th week in our program. This week we've changed up our program a little bit. We changed it up to where we're wanting to focus and tailor our program specifically for the specific goals of a customer. And so with Cinco, with her owner, her goal is to be able to take this horse outside, be able to ride this horse outside. She wants to take her trail riding, wants to have just a really fancy horse to where she can take this horse anywhere, haul her, take her into the mountains or overnight camp, different things like that. So we thought, well, at this stage in her training, she has a lot of basics on her, a lot of fundamentals, a lot of the basics to where she can move her body. We can move her body different places, and we're gaining control of her in the arena. So it was time to take her outside. This week we had one main focus, which was making sure that this horse will travel out freely throughout the property here while she's outside. So to us, that means being able to, just like we're doing right here, we're reminding her that I haven't asked her to go anywhere, and I need her to stay put until I ask her to go. The other part of that is she's traveling out freely and comfortably throughout this property where she stays in the gate that we put her in. So it ties to the basics that we put on them in the arena. Is the same thing. The first few rides, that's what we work on in the arena. So it's the same outside the arena. When you change environments, that horse is going to change and react, and so it's our job to remind that horse of their training and progress that horse in that environment as well. So we'll just review this horse where she's at this week. We've brought her outside, been traveling. We want to be able to travel through these trees, and if she, they're going to booger at all these trees, and the wind blowing through the trees, the rabbits, the different things. And so we want to remind this horse to stay controlled. We want to be able to just ride her around at this trot and just lope her through these trees, take her through the brush. And if she decides to get fast on us, we remind her, slow down. One of the exercises that we've been working on together with her just cruising around is these bending transitions, to where I put my feet on her, and it is her job to slow her mind down, to relax, and come back to me, start paying attention to me. Now these horses, they're young, they're colts, they're babies, and they're going to respond and react to the wind and the trees, thinking there's something out there. And it's our job to ride them out here. We're not just riding them through the trees wandering around. We're not just we're not just gonna tire them out and just wear them out. We're gonna put exercises together, these exercises we're working on, that get into their mind. And so it's just Just the same as this exercise gets into her mind in the arena, it does the same outside. We want this horse to get soft, relax, slow her feet down, and remember that we're riding her. It's not time to worry, to run off, to do her own thing. It's her job is to pay attention to us and to spend time thinking about what we want her to do. Now we have, I do like that she has livened up coming out here. What I mean by that is she has a lot of energy in her feet, which is good. I want her to have some energy, have some effort, put some effort into going somewhere, and she does. So then, the other side of that is to remind her that we're still in control. That even if she gets excited, she gets her engine revved up, that it's still her job to listen when we change direction, when we stop her, with whatever we do. The more we get outside and the more they get around trees and leaves blowing, and they put a long ride in outside, the more we do that, the more comfortable they'll get. No different than in the arena. The arena is the same way. And the things that we did, like our diagonals exercise, where we make sure that they are comfortable around the whole arena, is the same principle. Same principles apply when we're outside. We want this horse to be comfortable throughout this whole property, no matter where we're at. I like she's getting her mind back to us, weaving through this brush and trees and different things. It's good. What I like about these horses are that they're very talented. This horse, she's very talented, very smart. She gets soft through her body. Very responsive to us. She learns very quickly. One thing you'll find going up and down hills, up and down through the canyons, those horses tend to speed up going up and down those canyons. Now, if you have a big tall canyon you're climbing out of, you throw them their head and you just let them. And if they need to speed up, if they need to slow down, whatever, you just give them their head and not get in their way. The worst thing you could do in those situations is get in that horse's way, slow his momentum, and all of a sudden you're stuck going halfway up a canyon. What I'm talking about there is big, deep, tight canyons. But it is important. So we have a little incline right here. We have just a little bitty old hill right here, and she wants to run down to the bottom of it. And it's important to remind them, no, unless you ask her to run down there, she's supposed to walk or trot, because whatever we're asking to do right here. So if we're asking her to trot down there, that's where she's supposed to stay, unless we ask her to speed up. When she's coming through here and there's trees blowing and there's animals rustling and there's different things, that does not give her permission to take off running. She has to stay at the gate that we ask her to be in. Now, like I said, unless you're climbing up the side of a hill and climbing up the side of a canyon, and in that case you need to throw them their head and hold on. But for what we're doing here, that's not the kind of thing we're going to be doing on these colts. Those type of situations aren't the best for a high dollar horse to be in, especially a young horse. So I'm just slowing her back down to this walk with this bending transition and letting her walk around here, slow her mind back down, and get control. She's, what this does, it's a matter of focus. Where is this horse focused? Is this horse focused on you, or is this horse focused on the things around him? Is he worrying about what's in the trees or what's up ahead of him, or is he focused on the job at hand, which is managing his own feet and listening to you? And that's what we're reminding these horses of. Especially these young horses. If you do not put this type of understanding on this horse, to where you have control of this horse, you are in this horse's mind, you are riding this horse, and you are in control. If you don't have that mindset with this horse, and that horse is thinking about you, it's a good way to get in a wreck, and it's a good way to get hurt. Something happens, something jumps out of the brush, or anything happens, it's a good way for that horse to just react, forget that you're there, and both y'all get hurt. You get hurt, or the horse gets hurt. So what we're doing here is setting this horse up for success by teaching this horse, even though we're outside, we're in a new environment, whatever, her job is to listen to me, because I'm going to make sure that we both get home safely. It's my job to pay attention to the trail, pay attention to the trees. Where are we walking? Is there any holes in the ground? It's her job as well. But a lot of times you might be riding through these trees and this brush, and maybe there's old wire sitting out there in the pasture. Maybe there's old piece of metal somewhere, or something like that, and it's your job to be paying attention. But like there's an old piece of wire or something right there in that pile. But for instance, if you see something like that, you have to be able to have that horse respond and react right then to keep y'all both out of harm's way. So she's calmed down a whole lot. She's getting back to good calm demeanor. She's still got plenty of life in her feet, which is good. As I said, that was a goal for her, bringing her outside, livening her feet up, getting her to free up and travel and go somewhere. The other side of that coin is making sure she understands she needs to listen to us. So we'll loop around, do the same thing. I have her want her to come back down to this bending transition. Walk around here soft. There she got a big exhale, relaxed. Listening to my feet, following her nose. Letting me steer her around. Not gaining too much speed. She's not thinking about running off. She's thinking about me, thinking about my feet. It's important to know how to get in these horses' mind to where then you can turn them loose, and just like this right here, right there where her mindset is right here, this is where you could have a nice peaceful ride through the trail, along the fence line, whatever, with her in this frame of mind right here. She's relaxed, thinking about me, thinking about what we're doing. She's still paying attention. She's still watching. So that means she's still got plenty of energy to do what you're needing her to do, to travel the country you're needing her to travel. But she's not running off on you. She's controlled. She's saying, yes, sir, what do you need me to do? She's being a willing partner. And at the end of the day, we want to reward that. We want high performers in any endeavor we do. We want to be high performers ourselves, but we want to have we want to be able to have a willing partner through that process. So overall, I'm pleased with how she's come along so far this week. Like where we focused, and there's certainly a lot more traveling through the trees and different things we can do. Make sure that there's no holes or anything that these horses can fall into, but just making sure that we travel and spend some time, continue spending time out here, letting these horses continue to get broke, control their own mind, and be willing partners through the whole process. So that'll be her review for today. We appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next one.